Well, hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for November 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is your monthly reading for November. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But before I even start, I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing a reading, and I'm seeing an image that is very unusual. It's a ball of yarn and a white turtle dove. Okay, so if I'm going to decode that energy, I would say a complex situation perhaps will unravel and you will find peace and answers with it. So if you're going through something quite difficult or complex right now, know that there is peace on the other side, and all will work out as it should. And that's all I can really connect to in that energy. So with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from that image, but it could be an image you're going to see that highlights something is going to be very peaceful and rewarding for you in the month of November. So look out for it as a sign or a symbol, but I would say that's a very unusual one. You may not see the two together, and if you do, then there's definitely a message here for you. So let's move away from that energy and move straight into your November energy. Well, I can't believe we're here already in November, but here we are, and this month it signals radical revolution. Now, every month I ask my guides about the energy to communicate to you all, and this month the first thing they said was, November, we will always remember this November. So I'm guessing it will be pretty memorable for a couple of reasons, but we are officially dialing up the heat in Scorpio season. It's intense and all-consuming for all of us. And of course, it's time to do a deep dive emotionally, cultivate a deeper relationship with self, initiate more intimate connections with others, ponder the mysteries of life and the universe, as well as bravely overcome any obstacles that seemed impossible at first. It's time to embrace your passionate wild side this month and submerge yourself in knowing as well as following your heart. And this month fully supports you embracing alone time to follow anything that you're passionate about, a hobby, sport, art, music, films. It's really time to commit to yourself and everything that you really enjoy. Now, one of the most powerful events unfolds this month as well. We have Pluto making its final move into the sign of Aquarius. It will be there until March 2043, which is a very long time, but this will lead you to so many incredible personal breakthroughs, encouraging a desire to learn more about yourself, especially on a psychological level. So this is a very exciting time to explore, broaden your horizons, and try new things. Now, Pluto actually transforms, and Aquarius energy pushes for social change. So we may see some technological advancements, new governmental structures, and a dismantling of old, outdated systems. And, it doesn't have to happen just on a global scale. It could mean something as simple that you are, revamping your laptop, or perhaps upgrading your phone, for example, to something a little bit more advanced. So, please apply it to your situation. These things filter down to us personally as well. Now, it will have a profound effect on the world at large, though, in the following years. It's not going to all happen at once, but it will filter out. And the last time this occurred was from 1778 right through to 1798, where some of the most intense revolutions occurred in the world, resulting in major changes of power as well as new technology. Now, Aquarius energy also rules climate, so we will continue to see some very odd weather events that are not typical to season or amplified, a little bit stronger than usual. And the Uranus-Pluto partnership could increase the potential for volcanic plate movements and seismic activity in areas that are not typically prone to having them. Well, it all kicks off this month and it will filter out for years to come, so it will be a gradual change there. But also, on a personal level, Pluto represents anything hidden, so you may be prompted to change a password this month or even discover a long-kept secret. And as we've had increased solar activity for the last couple of months there, we may even see some disruption there in terms of technical electronics and things like that, because it will have the power to basically have some technical glitches, especially since we also have Mercury retrograding in the sign of Sagittarius. So it would be wise to back up any work, save down financial statements, as power outages and the potential for having them will increase over the next coming months. And also I would double check any travel plans for errors, because Mercury retrograde can really mess with that. Mercury retrograde can delay results, travel, or influence technical glitches, as I mentioned, especially with apps or social media platforms. And on a personal level, Mercury retrograde can actually be very positive. It allows you to slow down, see minute details before moving forward so we don't miss anything. And of course, it encourages revamps, renewals, and gives us second chances to make long-lasting positive changes. We also have the new moon in Scorpio. Also, this rubs shoulders with Jupiter and trines Saturn. So it would be a perfect time to set new intentions and tap into that tenacity, that ambition to make things happen on your own terms. And the successful outcome will be long-lasting. Now, we do have the star Algol visible in the constellation of Perseus throughout November. So we may see a battle of positivity over negativity during this period. Dates to watch out for are the 9th, 12th, and 29th. Now, this can be an inner battle, something that perhaps you are struggling to overcome. It could be that one day you find yourself a little bit down, next day you feel really great, but it is more on a global scale, that energy. I want you to be aware of that. But we also have Uranus, the great awakener to truth. It will be strongly triggered by the full moon on the 15th of November, as they are only 1 degree apart. And we could see some shocking world events unfold or be revealed around this time that truly opens our eyes, especially in the financial market, because, of course, the full moon is in the sign of Taurus, which rules money, acquisitions, markets, real estate. So there may even be an admission that potentially things are not as good as we initially thought financially, and even a well-known brand or institution may close. Now, this month could also see the launch of new global apps or technology that changes how we advance. But on a personal level, you may have some shocking revelations about a past event that you've already experienced or someone from the past. And this revelation will help you heal from this and move on from it from a place of empowerment. Uranus during this period can also help you discover eureka moments, sudden ideas, big ones at that, to help you move forward and give you the power to transform your life in the most positive way. So, big month for change, and this is your first card, Birdcage. So this is your protagonist energy. Some of you just want to break out. You just want to be free. You feel you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. This can also indicate that some of you are feeling stuck in a routine or locked into something. For some of you, this could be that you find that you're locked into a contract that you want to get out of. Could be like a cell phone contract. Perhaps you want to go elsewhere to a different provider and you're trying to sort that out. For some of you, it could be that you want to change service providers in your home to do with electricity or water, or you want to go and find a better deal elsewhere, but you may find that you're locked into something. For some of you, it could be mortgage related. It could be something that you feel like, okay, I have committed to this now. And you may be looking at alternatives for when you are free from a contract. So, we can apply these cards to personal situations there. But this could also connect to your energy that, you're feeling a little bit in the funk. You feel like you've got comfortable in a situation, and it's almost like you want to do something new, bold, and daring. And I say that because you have the Fool card there. So you want to have more fun, you want to open yourself up to spontaneity, you want to go on adventures, but you have responsibilities. Now, this card can also indicate that some of you like on an emotional level, you're looking at people who are codependent in your personal circumstances. It could also indicate that, you feel trapped in a situation. Like, for example, if you're in a career and you have a really austere boss who is micromanaging you, you really want to keep your position, but you feel this person is perhaps not making the environment as nice as it could be. So some of you may feel that you're locked into having to make a decision whether you stay where you're at or whether you want to move elsewhere. Now, some of you, if you're in that position, I feel like you're not ignoring that anymore. Whatever situation you find yourself a little bit stuck in right now, you are not ignoring it. I also feel you may be putting your resume out there to find new opportunities, and there is one coming in that you will absolutely love. What I see is you get that position and there's a little bit of a wait. So whether you have to give in your notice and you are like literally beholden to some sort of period where you have to give a notice period, a month, 3 months, or gardening leave or something like that, you may have to wait it out until that is finished and then of course move into the next role there. Now, some of you may also hear that a person who has been making things pretty difficult will be moving away, okay? So whether this is in your career, if you are in a career, it could be that this person, they've given in their notice and I feel they could be leaving and the environment around is just much nicer, much more peaceful. And also, this doesn't have to be in career. It could be that you have a person in your life right now who is either trying to rival you or compete with you or sees you as someone that is capable of so much success and is doing quite well. They're measuring themselves against you and they're trying to knock your confidence, or you may feel that you've been in some sort of relationship in the past where there was codependency or you felt trapped in something and, I feel like you're breaking free from past emotions. So it doesn't have to be that you're stuck in something right now. It can be that you are using this period as a very cathartic experience to let go of some deep emotions that may have held you rooted to the spot. Now, this card says possessive, codependent, clingy, restless. I feel more than anything it says restlessness because of the cards that you've got here. 8 of Pentacles indicates that some of you have been stuck in a routine or you feel like it's the same old thing, just a different day. And you want to focus more on yourself and really tap into your playful side. A lot of you are also doing some inner child work this month and really focusing on freeing yourself up from the past. But also a big part of becoming an adult is to unlearn or reprogram certain behaviors that you've picked up along the way, whether it is from people who taught you as you grew up, for example, and those people were unhealed themselves, or whether it's experiences that you've had. I definitely see that you're aware of them and you are trying to move away from them, generational wounding, that sort of thing. So I feel a lot of you, this is a big month to set yourself free and embark on more adventures, experience new things, new people, new places. But this card, I love that it says sing anyway. So for example, some of you may have decided you want to follow a certain path in life and perhaps family or friends have looked at you like, well, that's a little bit different, and they may not be as supportive of the path that you've chosen, but you're doing it anyway. And for some of you, it can be that you are doing things that perhaps your family has never done before, and they may be just a little bit nervous about your path because they cannot advise you or guide you, but that's okay because you are independent and you're doing your own thing. So whatever it is, I feel if someone is trying to lock you into something, I feel they're not able to do that, and you're setting yourself free there as well. Also, some of you may have encountered someone who's very jealous of the lifestyle that you have, is what's coming out there as well. And I see that, you can no longer ignore this. So what I see here is you just being the wonderful you and almost like approaching it in a really fun way. Like, okay, you're jealous. Fair enough. You do you, I'm doing me. And I feel like this person will just watch from the sidelines as you try and enjoy your life as best as possible. So with that Fool card energy, this is about so much potential. This month, there's so much going on for you. I feel you may be, trying new things, new restaurants across town, new events, new festivals. But also the Fool card indicates that you are open-hearted. You're open to receive all of the good things that are coming your way. I also see that you're working really hard on your projects. You're trying to find balance between work and play. which is very important there, and that is going to change your vibration there. Very creative time. I would also say this card indicates some of you may be taking a risk or a leap of faith in some area of your life. I mean, for some of you, it could be that, you know, there's a lifestyle change here. A lot of you, it can be that you're working really hard to get stuff done because you're taking a vacation. I see movement and travel in the month of November for you, and I feel like you're going to have a wonderful time. And it's not just going to be a vacation. It feels like it's a breath of fresh air in your life. It gives you time away so you can see things from a different perspective. So I feel it's going to really do wonders for your health. Even if it's like a weekend away or even a day away sometimes, it just helps you rejuvenate your energy. Now also, you look really young for your age. You're going to get a compliment from someone, and this person, I see there's 2 compliments. Wow, okay. My guides are giving me 2 compliments. One is from a person who just loves your look, okay, and they're going to give that compliment, but there's also someone else giving another compliment, and they actually have feelings for you. So this is someone you already know, okay, so I feel there's someone here who actually has a frisson here. They have a crush on you is what I'm being given, and they've held back for such a long time. They've avoided telling you, but I feel this person wants to face reality because they can't get over this. I'll pull a card right now actually to see how you feel about this person, because there is a flirtatious energy here. So perhaps you and this person have a lot of banter together. Can you please guide, how does my beautiful Pisceans feel about this person? King of Wands. I mean, you could see this person as very passionate. You may see this person as someone who, 9 of Swords. You see that this person, they try to cover pain. It's like they're going through something. Ooh, I think you know that this person kind of has feelings for you. But I feel some of you may be wondering if this is something long-term or a flash in the pan. Maybe you don't want to actually move past the friendship stage because you feel you've been privy to this person's relationships and how they've operated in relationships. And I feel like you don't really want to cross a line. Even though there's a lot of love there, I feel you're wondering, is it passion or is it love? So you may explore it, but the 9 of Swords, it tells me that you wouldn't really want to explore it right now. I just get a sense here that you've got other things on your mind and you don't see this as a full relationship that would go somewhere, so you don't want to lose the friendship, okay? But of course, if you have a crush on that person, I see that this person is fully capable. I do see that they've gone through something. They tend to actually come towards you and ask you for advice, whoever this person is, and I see that this person has gone through something, and once they have gotten over that or processed that, I feel this person will be emotionally available to offer you the relationship that you truly deserve and desire if you want to explore that, okay? So that's coming through there. This reading is not really about love, but it's just popping up there, so I have to mention it. But the Fool card indicates you just want to have fun, okay? You want to tap into that childlike wonder. So I do see 2 compliments coming your way there about your looks. And of course, this reading's not about aesthetics. I feel this month you are trying to almost like breathe life into life. It feels you want to just like get away, or you want to just kick back, and I feel like you're fully open-hearted, you're open to adventures. I feel like you're being very diligent, working away on something that some of you may want to launch this month as well. It's a great time to launch a business. Some of you, if you're in business, I feel like you could be offered a promotion this month because I see you being like in a spotlight for something. I'm actually being given 5 stars in the water as well. So this can indicate that either if you are already an entrepreneur, it could be that someone gives you a review of 5 stars, or it could be that you're bringing your A game to this month and things are going to really work out in a really positive way for you. If you're a creative, if you're someone who is already in the public eye, for example, I see you getting more attention, and I see you getting rave reviews for something that you did. But also, you know, on a more sort of local level, I get an energy here of if you are in a career, I see that people are paying attention to what you do and you're making a name for yourself, that actually you're going from strength to strength, and I see you really climbing the ladder there. You're moving towards very successful times is what I see. And for some of you, if you're retired, for example, or you're not in work right now, I feel this is about you opening up to a little bit more playful energy. I feel this is about you exploring new things. And with the star energy, a lot of you are doing some healing from childhood, or your journey. You're looking at the journey that you've had in order to deepen your belief system as well as choose healthier options in your life. And I feel some of you may literally take a trip down memory lane this month as well by visiting places that you grew up, or places that you have fond memories of. I also see some of you really thinking about a person from your past and wondering what they're up to. This person may surprise you. Out of the blue, this person somehow gets connected to you, and I feel that they've been searching for you online, or they've been searching to find a way of reconnecting with you. This is a friend, whoever this person is, and I feel it's like old times. It's like you never left each other. It's really nice, okay? Now also, I feel this could be that you are trying out new styles this month. I mean, your ninth house is influencing you at the beginning of the month, and this is all about the great quest for meaning. It's really about your life's purpose. It's about you learning about who you are and reestablishing your connection with your higher self. So, you're going from the Fool card to the Empress energy, which is like from the very beginning until now. So a lot of you are going to be very nostalgic about the experiences you had, the difficult times, the really great times, the times you waited for a person or a situation. And I feel the time is now for you to re-empower yourself and not wait anymore, and go out there and just explore everything that life has to offer, because this is a very explorative card. It says no attachments. Let's see how things go. It's very exciting indeed. And a lot of you, the middle card here is the Page of Cups, which is the Pisces cup. Is your cup there. It is your card. And this tells me that a lot of you are like reestablishing a connection with yourself, and also reconnecting to parts of yourself that you feel have lain dormant, that passionate side. You're following your heart. Some of you have been feeling like super exhausted, and almost hiding away, because we have the Hangman here, we have the Page of Cups, and we've got the Ostrich. And it actually says ostrich trap. And the fact that you've got there the bird cage, and you feel with that ostrich there, I'm really getting an energy here of you looking at how life locks you into things. Like, for example, we all have to pay bills, right? So we get locked into a certain routine of going to a job, giving our time to that and our energy. And it's like, so much of that is taking up the majority of our lifestyle. So some of you could be trying to free yourself up, try and be more nomadic in your career, have more opportunities to be with family and friends. So you may be trying to unlock yourself, as it were, from, usual constraints that we find ourselves in as humanity. Some of you could also be looking at something that you've been worrying about, and it's like, if you avoid a problem, then of course it will just remain and get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I see a lot of you facing something right now. And of course, the ostrich with the head in the sand can indicate that, you don't want to live your life that way. And it's in the resistance position, which means you're not doing it, okay? And I feel there's a very important kind of energy coming through. Now, I was actually given this morning before I even did your reading, and it's actually coming up in the water right now, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. They're showing me, a herd of buffalo, seeing a storm coming in the distance, and instead of running away from it, they run towards it, because they know that if they run towards it, they're actually going to move through it faster. And, but if they run away from it, the storm's eventually going to catch up with them, and they'll be in the storm longer if they're going in the opposite direction. So, it's something that they've learned as they've evolved. And I feel like you are just facing everything this month, whether it's repayment plans, responsibilities, that email that you've been meaning to send, doing that closet, organizing things that you've been meaning to do, decluttering, reaching out to people that you said that you're going to reach out to, or organizing things. This is the month where you're going to face it, okay? It doesn't always have to be a problem. It's like your to-do list. I feel like you're going to be very busy. You're going to get so many things done, and I definitely see that you're going to be super productive and really proud of yourself at the end of the month. It's almost like you give yourself 5 stars, like job well done. Oh, I just realized the 8 of Pentacles actually has 8 stars on there, but I was seeing 5 stars there. So, 5 stars can also indicate that some of you feel like it's been a bit of a struggle, okay? But I was actually seeing it in terms of a review. So I feel this is more of a positive energy rather than it connecting to the 5 of Pentacles there. But with the 8 of Pentacles, it almost feels a little bit like business as usual for some of you. Now, of course, that 9th house will make you more spiritually aware, more compelled to do meditation or find quiet moments. Some of you may even be trying to book a cultural getaway, to visit a state or city or something that really calls to you, go on like a bit of a retreat, even a spiritual retreat. Some of you may also enroll on a period of higher learning, because that Eight of Pentacles connects to gaining knowledge, and you've also got the Hangman there. So I feel this is about learning about yourself, what you're capable of, but also learning about skills that will help you in the future, whether you're in a career or not. Some of you could be learning like a new recipe, for example, or a language. So I definitely see that you're submerging yourself in picking up a lot of knowledge this month as well. Now, also, I want you to be aware your third house is influencing you at the end of the month. And that's really about finding your voice, speaking loud and proud, expressing yourself, your ideas. And the law of attraction works really strong for you this month. So please take a moment to visualize, because it will really work for you now. It amplifies the energy. Communicate to the universe what it is you desire to manifest. Really see it like you've got it now. Thoughts become things, and whatever steps you need to take to get to where you need to go, the universe will make sure there's a clear path, and also will deliver signs and symbols to let you know that you're on the right path. Also, the ninth house and the third house are all about quick travel. So some of you will have a quick getaway to be with family. And I feel there's also some family conflict that may be talked about at this event. And I know it's almost like I can hear a groan, like, oh, not again. But I feel some of you, this is about facing something, and there may be a breakthrough in this to help move things forward so that it's not such a bone of contention anymore. And I feel it's quite pleasant in the end. But this Eight of Pentacles, this can also be that you're focused on your finances this month as well, focusing on your goals, how things are developing. And actually, you've accomplished quite a lot so far. You should be really proud of yourself, celebrate yourself, and know that there is more to come. Some of you've reached a certain plateau in your life with some area. Now, it doesn't always have to be career. It can be that you are on a personal journey to, focus on your health, maybe new diets, exercise routines, sleeping patterns, and you may have felt that they were working to a certain degree and now they've plateaued. Some of you may add new exercises or new things to your diet or new recipes in order to help you unlock the next stage. For some of you, this could be that if you're in training, you've come to the end of a module, for example, and now you're going to the next stage of the module. So please apply it to your situation. I really get a sense of going to the next stage, but also I see a lot of you wanting to go off on an adventure. So you could be saving right now to go on that big trip eventually, but I see some smaller trips going on in the month of November too. Now, if I can just pick this card up, we have the ostrich, but remember it's in the resistance position, which basically means that you're freeing yourself up, It says here avoidance. There is something here that you cannot avoid anymore, and I definitely see that you're going to face it head on. A lot of you, it is a conversation with a person that you've been putting off for a while. I feel like you're going to have a diplomatic conversation, and maybe I was given the dove because there's an olive branch. There is actually like an olive branch in the white turtle dove's mouth. I forgot to mention that actually, but yeah, it was a symbol of peace, so I didn't even think that it could be an olive branch. So there may be someone here who has a sorry for you, and they will come forward. But this card, it's in the resistance position, and it says here, facing reality, feeling like worried or anxious, fear-based thinking, steering clear of it, running for cover, just a conspiracy theory, okay? So this card, very complex, is in the resistance position. So a lot of you, I feel you're trying to avoid anything that brings you fear or changes your vibration. I'm not sure if anyone actually watches mainstream news anymore. Probably not. But I was going to say that anything that's clickbait or kind of says, oh my gosh, the end of the world is happening tomorrow, you need to click this link, you're avoiding it because it just raises your cortisol levels and keeps you in fight or flight mode. Remember, we're all human beings. We don't always have to be human doings. And of course, prepare for like a worst case scenario if you need to. And I'm talking on a practical level, like if you're in an area that's prone to earthquakes or an area that's prone to storms, always have that little backpack to say, I'm going to just scoot that up and get out. But I feel there's an energy here looking at everything that's going on in your monthly reading, I don't see any cause for that level of fear. I don't see that kind of like always living on the edge of your nerves kind of energy. So I feel a lot of you are trying to kind of like just calm down from that sort of like flight or fight mode. And some of you may have had experiences in the past that have been very traumatic, and you may have noticed how it has literally damaged your nervous system, and that you're always anxious, or that you're always like on the edge of hypervigilance. So I feel a lot of you could be healing those experiences, really doing a deep dive emotionally to release yourself and unlock something that perhaps you've just been avoiding because you're like, you know what, you're a strong person, you get up every morning and you do life, you're not wallowing in it, but it's still there. Those experiences, they're still in our muscles, in our bones. And, you know, sometimes the body is just such a resilient thing that it will hold on to things, but it will compartmentalize it and say, okay, you just got to forget about that and do life. And then suddenly the body says, I'm at capacity, enough is enough. I need to release this, otherwise I cannot move forward. So I feel a lot of you are going through experiences where you're releasing something, meditating on something, maybe even getting some sort of therapy on something as well. And I feel like you are releasing yourself from this and moving away from it as well, and empowering yourself because you're releasing it. Now, also, we have the Page of Cups there. It's in the resistance position at first, so this can indicate that you've been having a problem with someone who's very stubborn, someone who even may have been codependent or emotionally manipulative, someone who's been causing a little bit of trouble there. I feel there is an energy of you like being very discerning about this person, almost like keeping them at bay. I mean, look at this beautiful figure's eyes. It's like giving some side eye, seriously. You know, you wouldn't want to mess. That person's looking with a discernment like, I've got your number. I see you. I really see you. And this is your card. So I feel like you really do see this person. And I feel like, you know, you may have been ignoring this person or just letting it slide, but you're not enabling this anymore. You're stepping away from it and saying enough is enough. Even if that person is your boss, you may have a very delicate and diplomatic situation about, you know, maybe not their behavior. I feel like you may find a very intelligent way to address the issue and kind of get them on your side, okay, in order to remain in the position that you're in. And I feel for some of you also, there is an energy of you, especially if you are in a career, of having a conversation about moving up the ladder. And if it's like a carrot that's been dangled, you feel like someone's been giving you the brush off, they've promised you something, but it hasn't materialized, I feel this person actually doesn't have the power to offer you that opportunity. They can put your name into the mix, but they don't have the power to actually offer you that role. I feel it's up to someone else, actually, and I feel you will be surprised that there will be some movement forward. I see a lot of you actually being offered the promotion, but not in the time frame that the person promised. I feel like there's a little bit of weight there, but also I see that some of you may actually decide to leave that position in order to get a better role elsewhere with better money. So please apply it to your situation. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but I have to come back to the fact that this is your card, okay? And a lot of you may have been feeling a little bit off center or off kilter. You may have not felt your usual typical self recently. You may have felt that your heart is heavy in some way, and there is an energy here of course you have purpose, but you may have been questioning that purpose right now, trying to learn more about it. And we've got the Hangman there, which you're going to gain new knowledge, okay? And I feel there is an energy here of looking at the sacrifices that you give to your life and to the people around you, and acknowledging that you're doing a really great job, but something needs to change, okay? And I feel it's your sense of wonder, adventure. Sometimes we get locked into the way of doing things because that's the way they've always been. For example, and I'm just going to give an example here, you know, I'll give two examples actually. One is if we're in a certain neighborhood and we get familiar with the neighborhood and we kind of like what we know what we like, we go to the same deli or the same store. Sometimes it's really interesting to go, let me just zoom a little bit further out and see what else is out there. You know, try that restaurant that's just opened up across town. Maybe go to a different community center. Maybe try an art gallery that's, you know, a little bit further away. For some of you, you know, if you have been involved in like a 9-to-5 position and you're like, okay, it's nice, you're building camaraderie salary, you're building in your career, but what would be like to run your own business? Or could you try it overseas? Is there something that you would like to shake up about your current circumstances? And I definitely see a lot of you almost like turning your world upside down in a really positive way to get a better, more authentic, but also more emotionally rewarding experience in life. Now, of course, the hangman in the resistance position, some of you may have felt like you missed out on an opportunity for something recently and it really brought you down, disappointed you, and you're so bored of things as the way that they are. But there is some really great news coming for you in the month of November. I would say it's the second week into the third week. You're going to hear some really great news that helps you move forward, and an opportunity that you thought you'd missed out on, it comes back around, maybe even in a different form. So all is not lost there. Now, for some of you also, if you are currently pregnant, congratulations, of course. I see that for some of you, there is an energy here that there may be a slight delay. So baby may not come exactly on due date, is what I see there. It's almost like it's really cozy where it's at. So, but I feel, you know, this is a beautiful child that actually has the potential to really make a name for themselves in this world. I feel very important energy around this child. So congratulations there, and with a lot of respect, moving away from that energy. Now, also, we have the train as your outcome. So this indicates movement. It means progress. Some of you, a lot of you are getting like ready to take a vacation, either to see family, friends, but also this is you mainly focus this month on like your inner compass, your journey, your sense of purpose, your sense of being. And I feel like you're going to make headway emotionally. I feel like you're also going to understand a little bit more about yourself. Some of you may even go to things like meditation or some sort of spiritual practice to learn more about yourself and deepen your spiritual gifts. A lot of you with that Page of Cups, you're psychic, and you may be developing your gifts during this time. I also see a wonderful invitation that you will travel to. Now, this could be a wedding. It could be, a party, whatever it is. I feel like you're going to have a great time there. And it just unlocks a sense of like fulfillment and relief and joy. For a lot of you, it could also be a reunion. You may hear about a reunion or even be thinking about someone, as I said, and this person just pops out of nowhere. But I do see like a reunion of like more than one person around you right now. So you could hear that there's going to be a reunion either in December or maybe early next year as well. And I feel like you will actually travel to that there as well. Now, we've got moving on, definitely big moving on energy for you this month. Life's journey, new endeavor, going away, direction, on track, focus, on time, keep going forward, going with the flow, and steady climb, no resistance. So a more peaceful time ahead if you've been going through that complex time. But also I feel, you know, a lot of you may have deadlines. You're going to reach those deadlines. So that's very positive indeed as well. I'm getting a sense of cooling off period as well. Whenever I get that, that could connect to any subscriptions that you've got, especially free trials. If you've connected to any of those, this may be a little gentle reminder to finish that free trial and disconnect from the service if you don't want to be locked into it long term, okay? So just watch out for that there too. But we've got the star energy here, and this means that you're aligning yourself with a wish. I feel there's a brighter future ahead. This star energy also indicates you're allowing yourself to be seen, to get out there, more social events. Also with the star energy, this indicates that, you know, you are going to be noticed and appreciated for your role in people's lives, but also in your career. If you're retired, for example, I see a lot of you, there's this energy of traveling somewhere and seeing the stars. It's almost like you may book yourself on some sort of star viewing event or visit like an astronomy center. That's coming through very strongly. Some of you, it may be that you're seeing like the northern lights, the aurora borealis. That's coming through there. That's not just for people who are retired, but I just see that a lot around retired energy right now. Also, I feel if you're retired, there is like a pattern. Some of you I see like going out, spending time in nature, walking, okay? But some of you, I feel like you're getting a little bit like fed up of the same walk. So I feel some of you may actually discover a new path, or maybe even drive or get someone to drive you, if you don't drive, to like a nature reserve or somewhere that's a little bit different to explore. That's coming through there as well. But ultimately, the star energy indicates the majority of you, you're choosing healthier options. You're in a new phase of life right now, and you want to feel a little bit more connected to your surroundings, to yourself, and embrace new ideas and growth. A lot of you, this is a big healing month. The star is a healing energy, and it's almost like you're looking at your whole journey from zero right through to teenage years, right through to now. Okay, so this is also about nourishing yourself, forgiving the past. And we do not forgive the past to let people or situations away with what happened. We do it to lighten our own karmic load so we don't feel so heavy and bogged down by it. So I feel like you're giving yourself a breath. You're giving yourself a release. It's okay. You're doing a great job, okay? And if nobody's told you today, I'm telling you today, because these cards are telling me that you've been through some stuff and you may have had lots of setbacks in life and things have been really hard. But now I feel like you're seeing that, you know, these experiences, they taught you lessons. You're one tough cookie, you're really strong, and things are going to get easier for you there as well. Now, of course, the Empress energy can indicate some of you, if you have been on maternity leave or paternity leave, you could be re-entering the workforce. But I also see you're going to have a wonderful time there. You may need to renegotiate your schedule, okay? Because I feel a schedule may be offered to you and you may be like, I prefer this one. And they may say, okay, how about we trial a period where you do a little bit more than you thought you wanted to do, and then we can downsize. So they may give you like an offer on the table. Of course, if it's not something you want, you may be able to negotiate a better deal there. But a lot of you may even think about going elsewhere later on, is what I see there. Now, the Empress card energy, this is not a gender-specific reading. This is about you having so much potential that, you know, this is a month where you're going to get a lot done, but also you're tapping into your sense of creativity. A lot of you with the Fool card and the Empress, you're birthing new ideas, new creative projects, new styles, trying new things out, trying like new hair styles or new colors in your hair, or, you know, trying new places, restaurants, cafes. It feels very much like you don't want to do the usual stuff, but also it's nice to have that base of comfort to know what you know and like what you know and do the things that you do like doing. So it's about finding the balance between it all. And I definitely see that, you know, there's a lot of abundance about you here. The Star with the Empress, these are two major arcanas, which mean, you know, there is big energy around you at the end of the month where you're shining your light. Good things are happening for you, not against you. And the Empress energy indicates that everything you've been working hard, you will see results. You'll see like a payoff here. You're working hard for something here, and it doesn't have to be career or money. It can be that you're working hard in the gym to, you know, help your health. Some of you, it could be that you're making lifestyle changes right now, and you're going to see evidence that things are starting to streamline and be smoother. For some of you, you may be actually trying to move to a new neighborhood, and you feel settled where you go to. You feel it's the right decision, and you feel like more peaceful there. You don't feel locked in. Some of you, you're trying to get into nature a little bit more. So please apply it to your situation. A lot of new exciting things opening up for you that are going to bring infinite joy and happiness. And I feel this is a good month for you, actually. Thank you so much. As long as you don't ignore something that has to be done, which I don't feel like you are, I feel everything will run pretty smoothly there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisceans? What do they need to know? Now, also we have protection. Okay, so this is about protecting your energy from people who are draining your energy, people who like to cause trouble and drama just for the sake of it because they're not happy in their own lives or they haven't spiritually evolved yet. It says here, save your money. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles says you are saving your money there. It says here, guardian, investor, broker, insurance, retirement. So a lot of you may be focusing on 401ks or your pension. Some of you may actually be very, savvy with your finances, learning about financial structures. Some of you may even get advice from someone who's in a financial investment industry that can help you. Always do your due diligence and don't trust the first answer you get. Always do a little bit of extra research there. We've also got a domain. And it says here, ruler of your empire, greatness, position of power, large home, respect, and wealth. These are all the things that you're on course to achieve, or you may have already achieved those, and that's you now wanting to explore new things. But ultimately, this is like you being the ruler of your energy and, tapping into your sense of empathy, compassion, and basically being in charge of who gets to come into your life and who is remaining out, the outer circle versus the inner circle. And also we have partners. Okay, so in terms of your money, I feel someone may give you some really good advice this month regarding money, but again, always do your due diligence. It says attract your money match. Better together, balance, double the dough, teamwork. I mean, for some of you, if you are looking for love, I feel like, you will partner up with someone who becomes your partner for life, your life partner there, and of course you will make your money work together. But also if you're in a partnership already, I feel this is about having honest conversations about sharing the load financially. Also, I feel some of you may decide to partner up in business or have a creative collaboration. You may even be seen by somebody, especially if you're an entrepreneur and do your own thing. You may be seen by a person who's in a position of authority to really open new doors for you, and they want to partner up. Some of you could be getting a manager or a promoter, or the star energy is like promote yourself, open up your creativity and share your work. Some of you may be a little bit nervous to put your work online, for example. Now is the time to really empower yourself. This is an expression from self. Everything is subjective, so it's important to recognize that your art, your expression, whatever it is that you're doing has value, and in that I feel like you'll attract a lot of attention, and a lot of people will want to help you as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go. For some of you, this could also indicate that clients are coming towards your services or goods, or if you work in a company, people are noticing you. If you're retired, this could be that you're going to meet people who are in similar circumstances as you, and you kind of bond and do things together, and it just feels like better together, teamwork. That is balance. You can't always be alone, so you may actually find deep connections this month too. Now we also have, I'm loving this, we also have the angels are watching over me, okay? And so I feel like you are protected. You got the protection card there, protected and redirected. If anything ever does not go your way, remember that you are being protected from that very thing and directed towards something greater, okay? Just let it go, whether it's a relationship, whether it's an opportunity, even a friendship. It's sad when we evolve and outgrow people, but it just means that, they have taught you certain things, or you've learned a lesson from that person, and now it's time to move on. People are there for a reason or a season. So I feel, it's important to recognize that. And you've got a handcuff here, okay? Now, in the other, it must have come off there. There was like a little connection to it, and the handcuff is like open. It actually says freedom on it. So this is anything that you're locked into, you're going to free yourself up this month. Okay, I feel like you're not being bound to situations. No one's going to be able to control you. Okay, I feel like you're letting loose and trying to just be as free as possible and find your way to a lot of fun, but also freeing yourself up from so many things. It doesn't have to be something physical or tangible. It can be something emotional. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Pisceans. This is a great month for you, and I feel you're really going to find it very rewarding on so many levels. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisceans, and love and light.